everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Idenise and this is Idenise Official Beauty. So if you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting on? Go ahead, press that red button and subscribe. Okay, so I am waiting on you so we can get this channel growing together. Okay, there's lots of great content on here, so have you check out the videos, have you comment, have you like, go ahead, press that red button. Yeah, okay? No long introduction. It is a chit chat. You can call it a chit chat. Get ready with me because I'm gonna just do my hair. We're gonna do my hair and we're gonna talk. Okay, basically that's it. There's lots to talk about. Yeah, so it is a chit chat. Get ready with me, and we're gonna be doing our hair, guys. Okay, we're gonna be doing some hair. All right. So I brought this hair from Amazon maybe 2 or 2.5 weeks ago, something like that. So this is the hair here. It is synthetic. It is a wig. I love my wigs. Okay, but what happens when you wear a wig is it kind of get dry, you know, and it starts to get dry at the bottom, if you can see. So no matter what or how many moistures or whatever sprays you put on here, it's still gonna dry off. So we're just gonna kind of straighten it out a bit, make it look sensible, and that way I can feel fresh for the work week, because I'm gonna wear this to work and I need to get this straightened out. Okay, I don't want to be battling with this in the morning. Okay, so we're gonna put this on and we're gonna get chit chat. Okay, we're gonna chat. So let's get cracking. I absolutely love this hair, I ain't gonna lie. At first, I mean, I love the color. When I first saw the color, I like absolutely love it. But then it kind of like, I felt like I've wear this before, but not in this style. But then as time goes by, I was like, you know what? I'm really feeling it. And I got a lot of compliments on it. So yeah. So basically I am going to be using, I have these brush here, this one. I have a few hair clips, well, 2, not a few, 2. And then I have a mousse. Okay. There's another mousse. I want to finish this one off. And then I have my, what you call this? Hot comb? Hot iron, one of them. Okay, so that's on and we're gonna get started. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pat this here, like a big portion of this here. Ain't gotta be perfect. I'm gonna use a bigger clip to kind of, you know, just roll it up, twist it up, and clip it to the side. So that way I get it out the way, right? Y'all feel me? And then I'm going to take a portion of this one here. I want to make sure there's nothing hanging out in the back, right? I'm going to twist that one. Okay, we ain't got to comb that out right now. We're just going to twist it and kind of put it here. So hopefully this small clip hold on to this, because this small clip right here tend not to grasp the hair properly. So we're gonna see. All right, that could work. That could work. All right, so let's get started, guys. So basically I'm just pulling out the hair right now. Let's see if I can bring this a little bit down. Okay, I hope the lighting is good enough for you guys. To be honest with you, I tried to work on the lighting today because it is a rainy day and it looks a little bit dark, so I hope it works. So basically I had a lot on my mind this week. I'm not gonna lie, I had a lot on my mind for the work week, and there was a lot I needed to vent. And as somebody who lived by herself, like Who are you gonna vent to? The wall. So I said, you know what? I have a YouTube channel. Why not talk about this on the channel? Why not? You know, you're gaining subscribers, you're trying to gain an audience that's going to interact with you. Why not? So, why not make chit chat, my chit chat, about experiences or things that I go through the week, right? I think that's a good idea. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Um, um, I do work as an early childhood educator, so that's why you see there's a lot of videos, or there's a few videos on this channel that I talk about the field, and it is a stressful job at times. To be honest with you, it is a stressful job. Um, you know, I don't know for those who's work as educated elsewhere. Um, you might not have the same experience that I am having. And, you know, I live in Toronto, to be honest. I live in Toronto, Toronto, Canada. And so the experience may be different from somebody else working as an educator elsewhere, but it is a stressful job here. Okay, and it may be different for, you know, for somebody that does work here in Toronto, but for most educator that I know, they are leaving the field. Okay, they're leaving the field because it is exhausting. It is exhausting. The work is a lot. The generation has changed. I mean, I could just go on and on, but this is not a video on early childhood education. It is a chit chat. So it just got me thinking, you know, it just got me thinking because I've had conversations with, whether it's with coworkers, family, you know, acquaintances, about how it is important to do something that you really love. And, you know, and how it is important to, you know, how it is important to find your passion, find your hobby. And I'm not saying that this is not, working with children is not my hobby, it's not my passion, but you need to get up, be able to get up and love what you do, you know what I mean? And if you're not loving what you do, you're actually in the wrong place. So that was one of my reflections for the week, because I'm somebody, I like to reflect a lot, you know, and I find that I'm asking myself, Idenise, what is it? What is next? Like, what is next? I can't just be here like this and complaining, because complaining is not good. It's not good, you know. Complaining is not a good thing at all. So, you know, I do have ideas on what I want to do in terms of business wise, not just career, but, you know, where do I want to move next, you know. So all of those things comes to mind, and, you know, I'm learning to jot things down on book so my mind could have a clarity on what I want to do next. And that is so important that you reflect on that, because there's so many people that stays in a job for years and years, and they retire and they've been bitter the whole entire years. They've never really enjoyed their years because they've been working in an environment that was either toxic, they've been doing a job that they don't love. And for me personally, it don't make sense trying to make money or making money off of something that don't benefit you or do you no good. So that is one of my reflections. Let me know what you guys think about, you know, this concept. Is you need to get up and do something you love. I remember before I went to college, I remember years ago, social worker was such a popular thing. And I remember everybody was going to school to do social worker. And I wanted to go to school to do social worker because I wanted to do family guidance. I wanted to work, you know, with family and, you know, help family, guide family and all that stuff. And because it's so popular, everybody was doing it. It's kind of like nursing. You know, everybody go and do nursing. But I find out that number one, first of all, the field was so packed because everybody here, yeah, you can get a job doing social worker, but the problem is by the time you graduate, there is no job. Okay, so social worker kind of died down. But anyways, not to go off track. A lot of people who go and just go do, you know, take careers for the sake of popularity, or everybody is doing this, they will not be the happiest people. Okay, they will go in the field and they realize that, you know, hey, I made a mistake. You know, this is not what I signed up for. You know, they'll and trust me, I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen. So um do something you love. Do something you love. Okay, do something that you know you're going to get up and you're not going to, it's not going to make you anxious. It's not going to, I mean, I can't really blame I can't really blame us sometimes because society is so different, and when you go to school you're taught a whole completely different thing than reality. You know what I mean? So sometimes when you go into the field, you graduate and then you go into the real world, it's a whole completely different ball game. So yeah, but with all that said, do what you love. Okay, do what you love. Do what you love. Go after what you want. Take risk, because at the end of the day, it is not worth it. It's not worth it. Half of these jobs are making us sick. You know, we don't have time for ourselves. Our blood pressures are going high. You know, we're eating all kind of bad food. You know, our diets are horrible. But then yet we're getting a check. We're getting a check just to pay the house. We're not even having time to laugh, time to, you know, settle down. No, no, okay? Do something you love. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, guys, so I've pretty much just straightened this part out. As you can see, the ends are very smooth. Okay, okay, so we're gonna just move on to the other side, and I'm basically gonna do what I did with the other side to this side here. I do feel like this side has a lot more here, so it might take a little longer than the other side, but that's okay. Yeah, so moving along, another reflection that I've had for the week is guide your heart. Guide your heart, guide your heart, guide your heart, guide your heart. Okay, and the word projection has been on my mind lately, because sometimes when you're going through things and you're trying to figure things out, you know, you kind of like, what's causing this? You know, why do I feel this way? And the word projection keep coming to mind. Projection, projection. And the reason why I say this, guys, is because whether you're in the workplace, church, wherever you may be, whoever you surround yourself with, you know, they make a big part of what you allow yourself to hear, what you allow yourself to be influenced with, you know. And everybody has their opinion, everybody has a way of living or whatever. But I find out a lot of times what you allow people to entertain you with, what you allow people to suppress you with, or like, it is so important to guide your heart, and a lot of people don't realize they have the power to do that. Okay, you have the power to do it. And toxic, being in toxic environment, especially when you're in work situation or other form of places like work. It is hard to remove yourself from that because you have to be surrounded by that. And I find myself, the way I deal with these things is either I go silence, okay? I go silence, or I do an avoidance thing, okay? Yeah, I do an avoidance thing because you see, people's opinion and people's judgment, excuse me, is not easy. Okay, it's not easy to bypass, right? Because you're gonna face a lot of people, a lot of different type of people, and a lot of these people has different sets of traits that may trigger you. Okay, and I'm gonna name a few of these traits. Narcissism. Okay? Narcissism is one of those. Gossipers is one of those. Insecure people is another set of people. Okay, we all have these form of traits inside of us. It's just that some of us is a little bit more higher than the other. Okay, and the more you allow these influences to be around you, it projects onto you. Okay, and it gets into your heart, and your heart become negative. So I find myself like, Denise, you either gotta shut down, move away, because this is, this is negative. And I find myself throughout the week, asking God how to deal with this matter. And I'm gonna say of several examples. Insecure people have some sort of and we all insecurity. Insecure people like to use other people to make themselves comfortable, okay? And they like to downgrade the person that they are competing with or they're jealous with, okay? And the way to deal with these people is to keep silence. And I know a lot of people don't like that, because I feel like there are times that people stimulate of making you upset, making you feel down. You know what I mean? So you don't give these people their power. All right? Narcissism is another trait. And often we think narcissism is like a P. Diddy character, or only like a P. Diddy character. And trust me, narcissism come in different ways. Okay? Some of our elders, our parents was narcissism. Some of us has family that's a narcissist. Okay? Some of us was narcissists. Okay? If I'm saying that word correctly. And so if you're not aware of these traits, you're walking around toxic because you're not trying to change them. You're not aware of them. So I had to be aware of some of these traits, to be honest with you. Okay? I had to be aware of these traits, and I thank God, like, oh, yeah, that was really controlled. That was really selfish. You know what I mean? Narcissists, for me, cannot be trusted, because narcissists themselves has so many other traits in them. They're good liars, by the way. They're good liars. They're mass manipulators. Okay, they cannot be trusted. So that's why I say the word projection has been laying on my heart for the week, because I'm trying to become a better person in life. I'm trying to guide my heart at all times, and I'm not trying to go back. I'm not trying to stay at one place and not change and not grow. So being around certain people, I do feel kind of hold my mindset back, or it does trigger me. And I'm like, and I think the thing too is I tend to observe a lot more. I tend to see a lot more. And I think that can get me in trouble, because once somebody who's very observant, it's hard to miss steps of people's behavior, and honestly, I like to focus on myself. So when I find that I'm distracted by other people's traits of behavior, it kind of annoys me. So what do you do in this situation? What do you do? I either stay silent or I stay avoidant. And the silence is not just sitting in the corner and just not talking. I'm talking to myself a lot. Trust me, I'm asking God for guidance a lot. And when I say I stay silent, somebody could be talking to me and they have those traits. I'm basically talking to myself. I, Denise, went to say something. I, Denise, went to speak. Sometimes silence is just there listening to the person. You know, you don't have to be involved in what the person is doing. You don't have to have a communication on what the person is saying. Just stay there silent and watch the person listen. You can learn a lot by just sitting there and watching somebody talk or do their thing. You can learn a lot. So that's what I mean that I stay silent. So I hope that make a lot of sense. So let me finish this piece off and I will get back to you. Here, guys. Let me know what you think about the chit chat. Get ready with me or hair edition. About the conversation. I hope I hope I made sense to a lot of you guys. Guide your heart. Guide your heart. All right. Guide your heart. You want to grow in this life, you want to do better things. You cannot surround yourself with the same old negativity, and so you are responsible for what you allow into your life. Okay, you are responsible for that. So reflect on it and think about how you're going to resolve this, you know, how you're going to go about this in life. Yeah, and it's the same thing about your career or what's your next step, you know? Reflect on it and think about what's going to be the next step. You know, how you're going to go, how you're going to change that. So that has been my reflection for this week. So I hope you have subscribed. By the time you're done watching this video, I hope you've commented. By the time you're done watching this video, and hope to see you in the next video. So peace out. All right.